Barcelona versus PSG was an entertaining football game. Barcelona was facing a depleted PSG team. They could not do anything. Nuno Mendes showed everyone once again why he's the best left back in the world. At the and Co, everybody were shouting praises on Carreras. But the actual best left back in the world has proven yet again why he is the best left back in the world. Looking at this game, Barcelona mounted pressure in the first 30 minutes of the game. They even ended up scoring. Ferran Torres had an opportunity, dribbled the keeper, but with a nice defensive clearance, the ball was not able to enter into the net. Marcus Rashford, Barcelona are lucky to have him because I think for the past 3 or 4 games he has either scored or given an assist. So I think that's a very positive improvement for Marcus Rashford as the World Cup approaches. Look, we need to say this. PSG, they have the best side backs in the world in Hakimi and Mendes. Both players gave an assist. And looking at the assists in the game, they were all, look, the passes, the runs were inch perfect. You could see that Fabien coming back from the injury, his injury, you could see a little bit of lack of match fitness, him lacking match fitness in the game, but he eventually picked up. And looking at PSG front line, look, to me, I didn't even watch the game. I even didn't want to watch the game because I knew Barcelona were going to trash PSG. But looking at this front line and what they did to Barcelona's defense, the so-called prodigy, I know he will have his opportunity to be the best defender in the world. But Paul Kubasi, the first goal, what were you doing? What sort of defending is that? You've been playing in the Champions League, I think this is your 3rd season. What sort of defending is that? Huh? What sort of defending is that? I will not say some. So now, what defensive pairing or partnership is Barcelona going to put up now? They've been doing everything this season. Their defensive work is bad. And for Hansi Flick, you know your team do not have a very good defensive players. Why do you still play this high line? You cannot play Araujo because when you play Araujo in this high line system, he does not perform. So why don't you play Araujo with Paul Kubasi and not play high line? Why don't you play him and not play high line? Lamine was very good. Lamine was very good, but he was pocketed by Nuno Mendes. After the first few minutes where we saw Lamine, we didn't see him again. You understand? But I'm very happy Barcelona lost though. It's a wake-up call to them. Barcelona actually missed their best player last season, and it wasn't Lamine. To me, Lamine was their 4th best player last season. Their best player was Rafinha, 2nd best player was Lewandowski, 3rd best player was Pedri. Lamine was their 4th best player last season. And you people, a club of PRs and lies were pushing Lamine. just to have an agenda. And how is it going on? How is it working out for you? Disappointment. With such a depleted team of PSG, you people could not do anything. To be able to win the Champions League, you will need a strong bench. I know PSG are losing few players to injuries, but if these youngsters are able to come from the bench and start a game and put up a good performance against Barcelona in Barcelona's home, then I'm very impressed with their young stars. And at least, look, what Luis Enrique has done with this team, I am very, 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 very much impressed. Now he's actually now cementing his statement he made that he will even have 1,000 players. I'm just exaggerating though. He will have 1,000 players who can score 15 or 10 goals each, than to have one player to score 70 goals or 100 goals. And it is working out for him. Look, this is masterclass, or his style of play. He wants the players to be playing is actually working, and he deserves the praise